Welcome in. So, empathy reading. Whose feelings are you feeling? I wonder if one of the piles will be like, hey, no, these are just yours. Okay, pile number, what? Move my hands. These are the piles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. Okay, we'll do collective pile 2. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is pile number 1. This is pile number 2. Ooh. This is pile number 3. And this is pile number 4. Okay, so you got your readings. Let's do pile 0, the collective, first. And zoom out a bit. Okay. Let's bring in the lovely Labradorite. Love a good Labradorite. Collective. What's going on? What's going on? Actually, let's use colour cards. There's something about shuffling them upright instead of with the backs facing us right now. Everything being visible. Okay, I think the first message for you is you already know. You already see. There's something very apparent. And it's not just one. This feels like there could be a lot of different energies you're feeling into. This is making me think of particularly like in an unseen realm or with the third eye and crown, but more third eye. There's a feeling of definitely having, it's not, I don't want to quite call it clarity, but it is. I feel like it's clarity, but in a darker way. You see what you're seeing is the message here. And then those want to come out sideways. So it could be 3 individuals. They could be the colours 1 orange, 1 black and white, and 1 red and pink with a little bit of blue in both of them, or both of 2 of them. Back of the deck is pink, and then the blue. There's something important feeling about this reading, or about this energy, I mean. I think that's important here. Like, I mean. Something you're meaning. I mean. Oh, I'm also thinking like I am mean, like someone who is like MEAN. Wait, is there another kind of spelt mean? I don't think so. Oh, that's interesting. What does that mean? Yeah, it's something quite obvious. It's like it's a feeling of like, yeah, I'm talking to you. Who else did you think I was talking to? Like, it's not, there are no other spellings here. It's just this spelling. That's kind of funny. All 3 of these cards, and Earth, all 4 of these cards are like empathy cards. So empathy. So this is definitely not the pile that is like, hey, these are just your emotions. No, these are definitely other people's, or other beings', other collective energies. Which is a weird concept anyway, but it's like you're either tapped in. Yeah, I like viewing it like this because there's a feeling of you're either tapped into the emotions of your current body or you're tapped into the emotions of bodies outside of you. It's like, which energy are you tapped into? And you can view like your own body as using empathy, but there's a feeling in this particular pile of like it's more outside of yourself than you would like generally recognize as being yourself, your own. I think you have like such a desire to nurture, and I don't quite want to say heal. This is more of a feeling present with others feeling than like trying to move energies. This is very much like a holding space feeling. And here there doesn't feel like a call to retract your energy so much as there is a call to recognizing where it's really coming from. If that naturally does make you detach, then like allow the natural cause to happen, but there's a feeling here of simply recognizing what you are doing and how your energy is being dispersed, where your energy is going. So the empathy card feels pretty self-explanatory. Then the Hathors, they feel like, just like looking at the card, how the energy is so weaving so far out from itself, and it even is like, it was kind of spelled out in a blur, but then in order to make it more secure, I wrote it in caps too. So there's that feeling of like, you always have an idea, or right now this is a situation where you have an idea of where your energy is, but spelling it out will bring like the sturdiness needed to like really complete the card, to really take a weight off your shoulders, I think. Because the awareness that it's not yours allows you to feel the steadiness that your natural presence currently has, as well as then viewing the chaos more as outside of yourself and not needing to be like in that. It's like recognizing it, understanding it, but not being that. Then Blue Avian. Blue Avian is a feeling of bringing lightness in tandem with the empathy. Bringing a sense of understanding, and I think for a few of you, like intentionally moving the energy. But I think for most of you, it's a feeling of like, it's like a strong kind of flowing. I think mostly you're just being guided to recognize that this is definitely not yours, and it's not just one, there's many involved here. Again, possibly 3, but there'd be ones that you're aware of. And these could be 3 different collectives too. Again, I feel called to say in your reading, like there's, like everything is a collective of energies, even just one, like what we would consider one person, for example. That's still a collective of lots of different energies. But this also could be like a collective of collectives of energies. I like Earth being at the back of the deck because it feels so cyclical. It's that essence of holding that groundedness, that spelling it out, but also of the fluidity of water, that it doesn't create stagnancy within your own body. Allowing it to be kind of like a side current while your main flow continues to be at the center. Okay, that's where I'm going to leave the collective reading. Nice and simple. There's a feeling of like not getting too carried away with it or with them. Letting what is just be. Okay, pile number 1. But first I shall drink my tea. I have tea again, so I shall be drinking tea in readings. I haven't had tea bags for ages. Or for a while. Welcome in, pile 1. I feel like the one that you're feeling the emotions of is someone that you really love and care for, and who has like a certain sweetness to them, or quite possibly a sweetness that isn't naturally apparent, isn't like on the forefront, but is like the main part of when you think of them is like a sweetness, is a like very inner child connected. Yeah. I feel like they could be someone that you haven't spoken to for a while, or you have something along the lines of like haven't connected to them for a while, or a sense of distance. With you being pile number 1 too, it could be like the first person that comes to mind when you think like when you question who this could be, or it's like someone that you feel is very, very close to you. That could be to your soul, but there is also a sense of distance with. Okay. Who is this? Where are these emotions coming from? We have Kaiman in reverse, Yotsuba. Oh, yeah, this is someone who is very, very important to you that you're not currently with, and that might have been quite like an intense experience for you. There could have been conflict. I think there would have been a sense of not having clear communication is what I was hearing. Okay, but my mind was trying to say but, so you might be feeling like you're not sure if things ended peacefully, or like there was unsureness surrounding communication. It's like a in and out, here and there, like can't quite grasp situation. It's a feeling of like, are we on the same page or are we not? Like, are you maybe avoiding me, or have you just like been absent for other reasons? Or there's a feeling of, are we on the same page or are we not? But there's also like a clear conflict. Okay. This would be something very painful that you'd be very aware of. I'm thinking of Kaiman and Nikaido from Dorohedoro, and like a I hate giving spoilers. I'll just say then for them it's like there's such a close connection there. And so any like disagreements should you have with them to like a close connection, a very near and dear love, would be very painful. There might be a sense of betrayal feeling, but it really goes hand in hand with like not understanding or complications. Yeah, the emotions you're feeling into are of, it feels like a partner feeling, or someone that you see as like a number 1 for you. I feel like it would be hard to mistake for this pile. The other 3 cards that came out were Lifeline in reverse, Korosense in reverse, and why do I Draluk in reverse? Why do I always forget his name? Is that significant here? Why do I always forget his name? Or why do I always forget ... This is a feeling of like having had intentions or wanting to be a support, but that not being received. The words career and finance or finances came to mind, so that could apply for some of you here. Ears, his ears being really pointed feels significant. I kind of feel like this is you to the situation. It doesn't have to be though. I feel like I need confirmation on them, even though they're really simple, like right in your face. I feel like somehow the thing that doesn't make sense is what makes sense. Like it's like the things I'm getting tripped up on are the very things that are like supposed to be there to help, or supposed to be the like the rails to hold. It's like the things that are supposed to be simple, or the things that are supposed to be easier, are the things that are harder, something along those lines. So what is this part on the side? Gemini. Back of the deck is masculine. There's a forthrightness to this. And I think there's like a desire for like a type of healing through communication that wasn't expressed, or wasn't accepted, or wasn't desired. I feel like that's it for the reading, but I'm going to take a moment to see if there is more. No, I feel like that's it. It's simple. I feel like I don't want to get into the emotions of it in this reading, because I feel like it's not what this reading is for, I guess. What is that expression? That means something here. Yeah, I think that could be what would be a key teller for who this is someone who didn't want to get into the emotions of something because they didn't feel like it was necessary. Maybe someone who wanted to keep things more lighthearted, but still really valued the connection. I'm hearing some of you question if they really valued it, though. Okay, that would be your tell. I'm gonna leave your reading there. I love you. See you in another reading if I do. And if not, I'll see you in whatever essence of existence I do. Okay, pile number 2. Welcome in, pile 2. I thought I was going to take a break, but I'm not. So that could be significant for who this is. I feel like I need to like dust this off. Could that mean like either someone you haven't spoken to for a very long time? I don't think it's that though. I feel like it's more like someone you've known for a long time, or something that needs cleaning, something that wants a refresh. It could also be someone or something that lives in dirt or around a lot of dirt, or someone who is very uncleanly. Someone who, or something that is very like a part of nature. Not that anything is not a part of nature, but something that would be more apparently like in the rough and tumble part of nature. I don't know. Hope that makes sense. Which card shall we use? I think animals. Ooh. The way there's something about the home or like where they live that's very like standing out to you. They could visit your home a lot. That could be something. Or you could see them from your home. They could be quite old, or there's something about the marks on this that really stand out to me. And the fact that I want to put it on the right, not on the left. Something, maybe someone who's more logical, or I heard stuck in their ways. Whose emotions are these? Snake. This feels very particular, like this wouldn't be like a collective of energies you're tapped into. Snake. Someone who's going through something difficult. Someone who maybe hadn't treated you with respect. Or like someone who was quite sneaky. Sneaky in some way. Deceptive. Maybe tried to make themselves out to be something that they're not. Or try to make you out to be someone that you're not. Okay, back of the deck. Oh my god, how many like untrustworthy, like, creatures. Okay, so we have fox, and all these creatures, like, standalone, could be seen in, like, a very light-hearted, benevolent way, but all the things added up. So this feels like someone or something that you wouldn't trust based not just off one thing or one behavior or one action, but like an accumulation. Like there's like there's not just one spot on this, and I wasn't just like rubbing it off and it completely cleared. Rubbing could be significant, or rubbing it off or out. Yeah, it's like it kept like becoming dusty again. That's the feeling. You can't, like, something that can't really be cleared. This isn't the kind of feeling where you could kind of allow this energy to like stay with you closely and you not be affected by it. This isn't kind of a being able to detach lightly kind of energy. I think this is someone you'd either have to... Why am I getting tripped up on that? Oh, I'm slowing down at that. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the start and just read the read the animals that came out. We have snake, coyote, lynx, bat, and fox. This is a planner of sorts. I do feel like for a select few of you, like a really select few, this is you. And that's why I put the leaf on the right. And I feel weird calling it a leaf. But for most of you, I think this is someone else, someone outside of you whose energy feels very like opposite to yours, or feels a bit jarring. Or it's someone that you know that you don't really trust, or you wouldn't want too entangled in your own energy. Yet there's a jarringness to them. They might be quite detached or cold or unpredictable. They might also repeat cycles that you can see, like the same cycle plays over and over. They might have quite a strong aloofness to them. Uncatchable. I'm going to take a sip of tea. I keep getting quite like an old vibe from them. Weathered. They could just be very logical too. Like, I know I already mentioned that logic, but it's really kind of weirding me out that when I'm seeing this, it's like a lot of transformative energy. Very, very changing. Like upheaval tower card kind of, or judgment card kind of vibe. But I'm not feeling that. I'm feeling more lightness, but not like light and sparkly, just like it's a feeling of detachment. Let's use this deck. They themselves might be unaware of their own emotions. That could be why. Like they're going through a lot, but they're not really feeling it, or they're not really processing it. Golden Atlantean Owl Prophet. This could be someone who is highly intelligent and very, very aware themselves. There might be a strong intuitive or psychic connection that you have with them. But there's a detachment feeling. There's a feeling of like they're going through a lot. You don't fully trust them. I think they don't fully trust themselves, though they might not present themselves in that way. I think they have a feeling of capability of like, I've got this. Maybe they are trustworthy. That's maybe it just ranges. I guess your own idea, your personal idea of trustworthy would be different from mine too. So there's, and from everyone else's. So there's just a call to like interpreting yourself that. But this wasn't supposed to be me saying like, are they trustworthy or are they not? This was supposed to be me just trying to figure out whose energy you're feeling into. Someone who's going through a lot, someone who is very logical and takes a practical approach while also being very spiritual or highly aware. They might present themselves as many different things, or they present themselves in a very particular way which feels a bit like a mask. Maybe for some of you masks are even significant, like they literally do wear a mask. There's something of like a lingeringness to this, where I don't fully want to put it down. I feel like you might have like curiosity surrounding this more than anything. This could be someone you've already emotionally detached from. But again, there's like a curiosity. Take that as it resonates. I want to know more of you in this. Where do you stand? We have angel, elemental, spirit. Oh, you're close with them in spirit, aren't you? Zeta and beach. I feel like you know them very well, spiritually. You might be tapped into like particularly their potential or their future. You know what they will become, type of thing. There's a sense of you like acting like a sort of angel for them. Maybe like helping pick up the pieces. Oh, this could also be someone that you used to have particular contracts with, or something to do with books or like writing, something in writing, but you no longer do because the beech tree came in reverse. But the fact that I then put it upright makes me feel like something about that has changed, something about the writing has changed. Or something, I feel like you might have put something right, like you might have given maybe particular guidance, or I feel like you offered assistance. But again, I don't feel a strong emotional connection, but you may have once felt very deeply for them, but I'm kind of seeing like scars, so that it might be something where you once held them very deeply in your heart, but that created a tear, and now it's just like that. It feels like something you've healed from, someone you've healed from, that you don't feel tethered to, but there is like a curiosity surrounding. What about them? I want something more about them. We have yew tree and avians. I feel like they're figuring out how to deal with a particular change. I think they're also resisting a change of perspective. Yeah, that's that energy of being stuck in their ways, but also something to do with avians and the freedom of that. What's that about? Let's get runes. Back of the deck is gnomes. Yeah, that feels like stuck in their ways. it might not be something that people really notice, or maybe to lots of other people, I heard up and coming, they're like more mutable. Like they don't appear to be stuck in their ways, but you can see like into them quite deeply, or you know parts of them that like are more attached to certain traumatic experiences. We have daggers. Yeah, they're going through a lot. It's a feeling of like you have compassion for them, but I don't think that you would even like say that you're empathically picking up on them. It's more of like an awareness of them than like I feel that their feelings in my body. It's like you're aware of what they're going through, but I don't think that you're really letting it affect you. Okay, answers for avians. They're very intelligent. I feel like they have a lot of wisdom that you also resonate with. There's a definite respect that you have for one another. I only just realized that this could be someone in your life, but I was kind of feeling that at the start. But there's Could that be a message here? Like, I don't know how to interpret that. Like, are they or are they not in your life? I feel like they're in your life, but loosely. That's what this feels like. Maybe not. It doesn't feel like a kind of dynamic that could be loose, because there's such a seriousness here. But I don't think that this seriousness would have always been at the forefront. I think that there's something about like the destruction of something that caused a seriousness to be at the forefront, or it's a feeling of like you always had respect for one another, but now it's kind of like that respect is more like respect for the different paths you're going down. I see a few different situations where that doesn't fully apply, but I don't think that's even true. So what does that mean? A few different situations where that doesn't fully apply. Maybe that is the vibe here. Like there's a camaraderie here, there's an understanding, there's a lot that you do resonate together with. You fit together in many ways, but... And I do want to mention, this could be a father for some of you. I just kept seeing that. But there's a feeling of like the few different ways that it didn't fit, the few different ways that like your approaches just weren't aligning or aligned, which caused like an incompatibility of sorts. For some of you it could be more extreme than that. There's definitely like an extreme feeling to this, but again I kind of feel like even if there's a feeling of like you shouldn't be as okay as you are, quote unquote shouldn't, I feel like there's a certain like level of understanding that allows you to have more detachment than they do, or allows you to like flow more with this than they are, because again they have that like fixated energy, but I think that is what's causing like such strain on their part, because of such an upheaval going on, and they're trying to cling while that upheaval is going on, which is making it harder. Yeah, I'd say to knowing who this is, someone who's clung to something that you are aware of. There's a heart pain here for sure. I wouldn't say it's super fresh though. Yeah, this could have been going on for a long time. There's a meeting of the minds that is here. It's like you get one another mentally, I think. If not on all levels, then on several, on many, maybe most. Okay. I'm gonna leave that there. Pile number 2. See you in another if I do. And if not, I'll see you when I do. Wherever that is. I feel like maybe I'll stop saying stuff like that, because that felt a bit forced. That could be a part of your message here. Maybe I'll stop saying that because it felt a bit forced. Okay. Yeah, for me, I feel like with you, I don't need to over-explain too much. I feel like, even though your reading went longer than part 1's, there's a sense of you of like, just say, like, you get it. Like, you already get it. There's just pain surrounding it. Or pain, like, healed scars is what I keep getting. But I feel like on their part, those scars might not be healed. Or as healed. No, I feel like they're clinging and that's not allowing the scars to heal over. They might not be, again, like I was saying before, I just remembered I said this, like they might not be feeling their emotions. And I think that you have really felt your emotions surrounding this. So their scars are still there because they haven't felt the pain of them. But I think that you felt the pain of the tear. And that's what's allowed your emotional body to repair itself, to grow through this, or to like release this in some way. Or accept this in some way. Heal through this. Or just remain maybe that's significant. Remain intact? I don't quite want to say that. I'll just say remain. That will stick for some, or for everyone. Okay, bye-bye. Pile 3. Who are you? Tap, tap, tap. Let's put your leaf in the center. There might be a bit of pointing energy to this. Okay, empathy reading. Who is this? I feel like I'm gonna find this reading difficult because I feel like your mind might be going in lots of different directions. Maybe that's a part of this. Maybe there are lots of others that you're tapped into. I feel like it's gonna be either this is actually just it's like partly others that you're feeling into empathically, and partly yourself, like a half and half. That's why I put this in the center. Okay, we have, is that tree sparrow? Yes. Dipper. Golden plover. And sparrowhawk. I think there are a lot of different people that you're feeling into, and I don't think it's any one of them too strongly. I mean, it could be very strongly, but the feeling is you're more in yourself than like super empathically feeling. I'd say you're more like feeling the response of your feelings around all those involved, because for you I really do think it's a lot. Let's get color cards for you. I think there could be some excitement or like an energeticness to your energy. It feels quite dispersed. I feel like I think I'm going to get some of my cards to put on top of these colour cards. Because I feel like there would be lots of different like directions that this would take or show. Maybe there's something about showing directions that could be significant for who these are, or who they are, or who you are. I'm hearing the phrase, what comes around goes around, or what goes around comes around. Even the way I said that was kind of like a that thing. Oh yes, I knew this was going to be hard to speak in. I did the same thing. I showed the phrase through the thing I did. Yes, thumbs up. I feel like I need to speak in sign language for you. That could be a hint at one of those involved. Okay, I'm just questioning now how I read this, because I see one particular like landscape of a situation, but my brain feels like it's too hard to get into, and I wonder if that's how you're feeling. Like a bit here, there, and everywhere, because you don't really want to deal with specific details. Oh, look, we've got these similar guys in opposite corners. I like this spread. Shall we let's put two more under these. I kind of don't want to though. It will depend on which ones come out. That could be a message here. This guy. Okay, I'll use him. Whoa, oh no. 3 of them. That can't be right. This is the back of the deck, which is like this one. There are lots of similarities here, and they feel like they fit in the right place. I don't know why that's like a thing. It's a feeling of like, I expected to say the similarities make them fit in the wrong place, but no, the similarities go well. This feels like you're feeling the emotions of like all your friends. But I don't really feel like for you it's particularly you're empathically picking up on them all, just more like you have a lot of people in your mind. And I think it's more about your emotional response to them. There does feel like an exchange of like you having like degrees of empathy for them, like you're feeling that what they're going through too, or you have that sort of awareness, but it just, again, it doesn't feel like that's overwhelming for you. It just feels like the overwhelmingness comes from like having so much on your plate somehow. Okay, and then the final one. Yeah, this feels like a photograph. This feels like... What does it feel like? It just made me think of friendships. Also, like, a picture being shattered. Okay. I heard the phrase biting off more than you can chew. That feels like this energy. Like there's so much going on. I feel like it's, for you, likely not just with like those that you're connected with, but also other areas of your life feel like you're feeling into like things also, like for example projects, or like things you have to do. It's like you're emotionally absorbing like a to-do list. Whoa. Things might keep kind of catching you off guard a bit because of like the kind of looking everywhere energy that you have. It's a feeling of like being so on the move, or so like looking forwards, that if someone like taps on your shoulder, it would like make you jump because you're not like super present right now, it feels. I don't know how to read this because like I'm picking up on a lightness here, or like a joyfulness. But that's not the situation, really. It's like that's a part of the whole situation, but I guess this is making sense for those that this is the reading for. And that's an interesting phrase. I wouldn't usually say that, or that feels just significant. But why? Because I feel like I can't just pinpoint people for you, because you just might have so many people that you interact with that this isn't like this is the kind of person I'm on about, or I can't really just describe a list of people for you, because even if I did, it kind of feels pointless. Like, what would be the point of that? This kind of feels like the thing you'd have to... I'm getting a simple example of like cleanse once you come back home from a social event, or from work, or from your phone interacting with lots of people, or other devices. Or spiritually tapped into lots of others. I'm just so being drawn to this in the sycamore tree, the more energy. New guide. Back of the deck is bay laurel. Okay. I feel like I just need a couple more, then I can like say something. Is that possibly a part of this experience? Maybe not for everyone. Take it as it resonates. 27, 23. Hitting the nail on its head. I feel like you have such a direction. 44 and 1 number card. And 17. What are you planning? That's what I want to ask. Okay, let's drink some tea and read this. Could there be something about like an expiration date, or like a deadline, and that's part of this rushed energy? There's like a focus here for sure. Like the first thing I got was like a pointing fingers. Did I even say that? I feel like I maybe half said it. You feel very directed. Some of you might like forget to breathe sometimes. Because I feel like there's so much you want to do. or so many people you want to interact with. And sometimes it just takes you out of your own energy a bit. Yes, your empathy feels like you're kind of constantly changing your own, constantly absorbing others, like for the moment. It feels like you would be very mutable, like you'd like adjust yourself, adjust your own energy for each individual person that you interact with. And there might be like certain ones that remind you of how much you're going, or of maybe a certain tiredness. See, I'm still seeing these 4 bird cards feel like they symbolize maybe 4 particulars in your situation. But I still haven't got to explaining any of them, and I'm not sure why. I think that there are particulars that like are really weighing on your heart. That might, I don't think this will apply for everyone, but for some of you, I think that might be why you're like interacting with so many others, or why there's like this rushed energy. From like a not really wanting to feel into what is present surrounding maybe a smaller group or particular closer ones. They feel like they all play very different roles in your life. I want to say they all feel very supportive, but in very different ways. I keep looking at the sparrowhawk just then, and wait, is this the sparrowhawk? Yes. And I was hearing the word neglect. I felt like this would either be like a sort of pillar figure in your life, or a collective, or somewhat of like a large presence. They feel like somewhat of like an authority that is kind of like the pillar that holds up everything else, or like creates a foundation for all of your other interactions. Maybe is kind of like a I love that word, kind of like a foundation for all other interactions. See, I was just feeling like some of you still don't know who that is, or like you had a couple different ideas of what energy that could be talking about. But I didn't feel like explaining more, and I don't get why. I like the aesthetic of this spread, which is like the only thing that is making me not want to just be like, oh, let's just start again, because I don't get this. So that might be what you're feeling. Like there's something easy or pleasant. There's something pleasant about the way things are currently being handled, or the way things are currently set up for you, that makes you not want to like cause more chaos, or like cause a rift that you feel like is kind of unnecessary, because things are already like planned out or set up in a particular way. I don't get it. That's what I'm feeling in this reading. And I do think that there is actually nothing to get, but I completely don't think that. Is that you? Thinking there's nothing to get? It's a feeling of like, you like 80% get every part of it, and it's it's a feeling of like, because you do get 80% of all parts in this situation, there's a feeling of like, oh, so I don't have to think about it. I mean, you don't have to think about anything, but it's this feeling of like, though, you know that there's like 10% or those 20% of all parts, or of like certain aspects, that it's like there would be like gold within there. Or, but it's like Pandora, like gold that ends up destroying everything and goes rah, and gets rid of that wonderful aesthetic and the peace, or the way things were set up before, which like it worked very well, and it looked lovely. It looked lovely. That's such a funny expression. It's like, why change when you don't have to change? That's the feeling here. Even though like you have a niggles of wanting to change something, or wanting to address certain, I heard behaviors or habits. They could be your own or others. Where's the fourth one gone? For a second I was like, wait, I'm holding it. No, I'm not. I'm just holding 3 other cards. Hey, there's the same number of number cards as there were. Wait, I was holding it. I had already picked it up. Interesting. Same number of numbers for birds. I felt like I wanted to say something sarcastic there, but I didn't actually want to. It's just like, yeah, there's something about like your automatic response. It's like there's something that has been the groundwork for a long time that just works for you. And it's not even like it's like lacking satisfaction. There's just like a part of you that is wondering if there's more, or wondering what would happen if you addressed certain like niggles, certain relationships, or certain energies. I feel like this could go in so many different ways for all of you. There's such a friendship energy here. What is that feeling? I like it. Let's put him here. Dangle him down by the tip of his toes. I want character cards for you, but let's put them on top of these. Wow, that felt like a big snort then. Or like I kind of wish that I had done a snort, but I didn't. What's that about? Yeah, you wish you had done a snort, but you didn't, because there's something about like you doing things like the way you've always done them, which again, it fits for you. You like it, or it's not unsatisfying. There's just something of like, ooh, but what if I did it this way? Or what if this? I feel like saying feel free to leave if you want now. I feel like I've got the main message out, but I want to do something more. I want to chop these with you because they're... I heard hanging lowly. Okay, take that if you want to. Hanging lowly. Lowly hanging. I heard and rightfully so, but I didn't want to say that, and I feel like that's like not my energy. I didn't mean to say that. Well, kind of, but I haven't laughed at how it's an empathy reading. What is this energy? It's a feeling of like, I feel like I should be able to navigate this well, or like this would there's like a I don't know. Let's find the staple guy. Is this a staple guy? No, it's the trickster. I'm so curious what message will come from this, because the energy I'm in is getting like really lost in this. I just said lost in the sauce. And the funny thing is I felt like I completely like saw a very particular sauce, like a tomato sauce. It was like, it was so strong, like I could smell it or taste it. There we go, this is the guy I was after. Oh, it stopped on the orange. Yes, I like this orange one. Is that the one that it stopped on? It might be. Might have been. I feel like this one more, even though I'd ordinarily want the other one. My knees hurt, I'm leaning on them. This is you, because I'm not changing position. Why wouldn't I change position? Because this is literally the feeling of like, but they don't hurt that much. Where's my pencil? And I feel like it might be, wait, let me actually change position. Oh. I feel like it might be particularly your vibe, your reading, that I mentioned that I'm doing this reading with the holly leaves, which that's the first time for me to say that the holly leaves in your reading. What is this? Do you hear my brain right now? You don't, because it's not here. There's nothing to hear. I can't get it out. I guess I'll just show you instead of trying to brain it. This reading, I do this one. There were three cards. I've done one reading, and then I stopped that. I was doing that yesterday, but instead of continuing with the other feathers, I've done this feather. It's a feather reading. I have 2 more piles to do with that reading. But do you want the Serious A card? Is that what this is about? There you go. Okay. I stopped that reading and I just started the holly reading. I've said it. I've literally said it, right? That made sense. Oh, it wasn't in shot. So why am I feeling like I didn't say it, or like I'm confused? Why am I confused? There's no confusion here. I feel like that's what you're doing. There's no confusion. I see a magpie. I see 2 magpies. Pies that do be nagging. That just sounds like nagging pies. Me, I'm the nagger. That sounds like something. I don't know what. See, look at that size difference. We've got to make this right. There a size difference you're making right? It's so hard to see the pencil until it's really easy to see it. Can you tell? I feel like someone here really likes this side, and you're like, why is that the back? Or like, why was this showing? Maybe you weren't even doing that, but I feel like someone liked this. See, I feel like I've said all your messages just really, like, incoherently. feel like there's a lot of emotion here too. There's a strong desire here, I think. And a pain surrounding that desire. I'm wanting to say something along the lines of like, you really value peace, even though that might not be something people expect from you. Or maybe you don't expect that from you. Like a busy bee who also really loves peace. 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 It's like peas, but in Welsh. Peace a far. Ooh, far. That could be significant, like that distance. The Craving by 21 Pilots is coming to mind. And also, I feel like I am yet to mention my favourite 21 Pilots song, which is Oldies Station. Maybe that fits here. It's like it unexpectedly fits. It's like, not, like maybe not fully grounding into that idea that it does fit. It's a song that feels like pushing through struggle, I guess. Oh, I feel like You're the Pile I want to say something else too. What was it I thought of earlier? It was something about music. Oh, it was just before I started the video, I was wanting to continue listening to music while videoing, but not actually wanting to have the music on while videoing. It's like I just wanted both, but not together. Oh, maybe that's relevant here. I'm gonna lean off my sarcasm, I think. Is that part of this? Or is that just me? Or is that also a part of this and part of me? I didn't get out what I was trying to say. I feel like you become aware of something, but then it's like it takes a long time for it to really integrate within you. It's like you become aware of something, and then it's like letting it sink in, letting yourself really process it over time. Ow, the pain. What was the thing I was trying to say? Oh yeah, wow, words. Oh look, I have a blue howlite. I can hold that. That will help. I feel like right now my inside is definitely not matching my outside. That feels like it would fit. Like the whole thing of like the aesthetic, for example, it's like it fit, but it didn't. It's like it's beautiful, but it just doesn't fully feel like it matches the you, or the type of beauty you like. And we had that like message of beauty with me showing this card of like, oh, I love that, that's beautiful, even though that's the other side. Oh, and I keep having a song in your head. I've been getting songs in your head. In my head, in your reading. And I still haven't said the thing I was trying to get out earlier about the song's music. Summertime, I think, by... Is it that? I'll be annoyed if it's not that. It says When You Go. That song, I mean, that lyric just keeps going on in my mind. By the Black Eyed Peas, that could be significant. I was saying peace earlier. Peas. My Chemical Romance. That's why. I mean, that's who. Maybe that's why. Maybe that maybe that's significant here. I feel like I just answered someone when I did that. Maybe that's relevant here. Oh, it's both. It's both. I'm gonna use my yes or no deck for you one sec. Feel free to ask a question. But first, I want to get out the thing I was trying to say. I've just been shown. No, do this first. Okay. There's so much relief that comes from like the acceptance of the natural flow. Okay. So feel free to be doing your questions in an asking sort of way. Oh, that's an interesting way that came out. It like flooped out. We have yes, a small yes. A small yet intentional yes. The word navigating came to mind, and now I'm thinking of more 21 Pilot songs. One called Navigating. I'm pretty sure it's called Navigating. I know that it's sung a lot in it. And another yes, but this is a yes with a sad face. But many sad faces, which feel like it could disrupt like a lot or create many sadnesses. Back of the deck is both. Which is the reason why I got this deck. Because I either said or thought both. I'll leave those out. I'll leave those out? Brown? Look, they're the same. It took me that long to notice. I feel, oh wait, they're the same on the top too. Whoa. It's not like they're from the same book, the same page, with the same underpage. But that should be more like significant. Or like more jarring, more crazy, more crazy. I wish that my life could have a constant like background music always playing. That's what I was trying to say earlier. Because it's like I wanted to be listening to music, but not actually like listening to, like I could put music on the side for this, but like an earphone on my laptop while I film with my phone, but I don't want that and I don't like that, so I won't choose that. But the thing that I said before still stands. Like, it's the feeling of music. I feel like that's it. There's something about an undercurrent of feeling here. Did I chop that part too? Wait. I'm holding it the wrong way. When You Go, that's literally the song that keeps playing in my head. I mean, those words. No more of that song than just those lyrics. Tights could be significant. I haven't worn tights for ages. Ages. I wonder if like sometimes people are picking up on when like I'm having thoughts that I'm not saying. And I feel like that's you. Maybe. Why maybe? When you go. What's the rest of that song? Should I get it up on my laptop? Yeah, let's do it. I thought this was gonna be all quick readings. I'm just remembering, oh yeah, this is very not the same length as the other two piles. Or the same vibe at all. It's like, this is not the reading I was intending for. Oh, I feel like that's relevant here. This is not the story I was trying to create. Series A, what's that about then? Shall we get more of these? Earth. That feels like that energy I was saying. This is not the story I was trying to create. Let's turn my laptop on while I get more. And I'll put my tea over here and my water over here, so that my laptop can not die probably by being upright in a position of power. Interesting. Power, because it's like plugged in to power. Brown! There he is. That tea, even though it was more diluted, was tastier than when it was less diluted. Like the second brewing was better than the first brewing, which was really surprising. Even though, like, the fact that the first brewing wasn't... Oh, this is why. The fact that the first brewing, like, tasted more bland than it looked, that's why it wasn't as tasty. Because the second brewing was, like, it didn't have, like, hardly... It didn't have much colour to it. So when I drank it... Oh, my brain... This is so hard to think in. I can't express how hard communication is here. And now I'm just staring at Palia on my laptop, not my phone. I was gonna say phone. Whoa, why is that? There's a chunk that's been taken out of my laptop. Looks like a bird's broken. Okay, well, guess we'll use birds. A bird's broken something. Or like a bird has been pecking at it. Oh yeah, but then the second tea bag, because it's like it had hardly any colour to it, maybe I was expecting it to be blander, but it was actually just as bland as the first one. I don't know. Chaffinch. Ooh, look at that slotting into place. How much is this in view? Slightly. Okay, laptop, let's open Spotify. Pumpkin and marsh tit, but they kind of don't want to come out. They can do that. Huh, there's a new song by a band I like. Gotta love that. The question is it a new song? It's taking a bit to load. Or is it like a live filming of an old one? Interesting. Looks like a weird new one. That's what I'll say. It's a combo of both. Yeah, that both energy. And I accidentally didn't bring the whole deck then, and it split to maybe, which feels like a reiteration of both. Kind of. Should I do like whole readings where I'm just using the yes and no deck loads and you just like continue to ask new questions? No. My Chemical Romance, that's what I was singing, that I want to read the lyrics fully of. What's the thing that you're not fully getting at, that you hear partly? See, I'm even blanking which playlist to look in. There we go. It's ba-doom, boom, boom, boom. Not the boom, 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 boom part, just the loads of M's. And now I'm just... Oh, the absent-minded of this is painful. Or maybe like the absence is painful. I feel like it's a detachment though. It's like the feeling like it's too hard to look at. When you go, that's what I'm trying to find. Oh wait, I should turn my volume off so you can't hear nothing. I don't know which songs to try. Let's try this. Oh, I said maybe it was summertime, didn't I? That's the one I've been liking today, I think. I feel like it's not this one. No, it's not that. What about the end? I like the end. It's not that. Oh, maybe Disenchanted? I feel like it's not that. But it'll be satisfying once it finally does happen. I can't, sometimes it's like I start saying the thing I'm saying about the thing that I'm saying this about, but then I just see the energy here and I can't not say the words that more apply here. But then I forget if what I was saying really makes sense. But it's not that. I feel like I should have not done, like, been checking them in random orders. I feel like this applies. Because now when I, like, have checked loads of them, I'll be like, wait, did I check this one already? And you know what, ordinarily I actually will. I was gonna say, ordinarily I would continue checking in random orders even after that realization. But then I was gonna be like, but I will go to the start and I'll do it orderly. But I'm not. I'm gonna keep doing it randomly. It can't be one of the highest ones up there because those ones are way more energetic. My favourite ones. But it's still a really good one, so it's not too far down either. What if it's this one? What if it's Bulletproof Heart? Did I already check this one? I'm hearing more of it this time, even if I did check it before. Yeah, no, it's not that one. I think I did check it. What if it doesn't exist? It's just a hologram inside my brain. It's not that one. What if it is that one though? It's not that one though. It can't be this one. This one's not good enough. Wait. No, phew. For a second I was like, no way is it this one. I just thought I read the words, but it's not. Phew. But which one do you want it to be? I'm looking for the word when. Just the word when. When? Wait, I forgot what the words were now. When? Wasn't it run away? Oh, when you go. I think I just had another song in my head playing. There's lots of wheres in this one. That's a different word though. Probably. Ah, I don't get it. It can't be this far down my post. Should I just have not been doing it jobbly jubbly? Have I skipped it? Should I just turn this reading off? Never! It can't be this one. Whoa, that's got Japanese at the start. I felt for a moment then I would just have been scrolling through the lyrics without reading them and just like, I just got in, this is that automaticness. Like, I just got in the habit of scrolling through but not actually looking for anything. Just like pretending to look. Destroyer. It can't be this one. I need to go back to the start. I was gonna say the stop. Okay. Oh, what if it's this one? It can't be this one. Oh, I thought it was that then, but it's wheel, not when. Not like a wheel, just like a wheel. Like a what? L. I mean a what? All the way back home. It can't be this one. I love this one. I mean, I do like the song that is playing on repeat in my head, but I don't know what the rest of it is, so I don't actually really know if I do. Are the things I'm saying fitting? But how well are they fitting? That's the question. Smirk. They're gonna give you a smirk. So darken your clothes. All together now. Maybe. I feel like there's lots of maybes in these songs. There's no way it's this one, but I'm gonna check it anyway. I'm surprised at how little the word when is coming up generally. I feel like I haven't actually seen it once. They saved it for just one song to be having on repeat. There's no way it's my favourite one. If it, what? Oh wait, my favourite one starts with the word when. When I was a young boy. What were the words I was trying to find again? When you go. Okay, which ones have I checked? It should be this one, and this should have been the one I checked first. As snow falls on desert sky. No, it's not this one. Do I just give up? No, I would never do that. I would never give up. Okay, I'm just gonna give in though, in another way, in a different kind of way. Ah! Eega beega. When you go. First one came up with a My Chemical Romance song, I Don't Love You. Is that really it? Ah, okay, interesting. Did I not check that one? It says I don't love you and the words were when you go. Ah, it's this one, isn't it? It's why didn't I check this one? It was in the perfect position I was saying too, in between, like it's not quite the top, but it's definitely not lower down. When you go. And would you even turn to say, okay, we're gonna read it. I can't believe it. And I love that I found it through giving up and just typing instead of dot 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 instead of the same cycle I was trying. Okay. Well, when you go, don't ever think I'll make you try to stay. And maybe when you get back, I'll be off to find another way. And after all this time that you still owe, you're still a good for nothing I don't know. So take your gloves and get out. Better get out while you can. I feel like I can't read right now so much that, like, as I'm reading, I'm putting the, like, mouse over every word. When you go, and would you even turn to say, I don't love you like I did yesterday. Sometimes I cry so hard from pleading, so sick and tired of all the needless beating. But baby, when they knock you down and out, is where you're gonna out, what? Is where you ought to say, where is where you ought to stay. But baby, when they knock you down and out, is where you ought to say. Why can't I say that part? Is that really important? But baby, when they knock you down and out, is where you ought to say. And after all the blood that you still owe, another dollar's just another blow. So fix your eyes and get up. Better get up while you can. Whoa, 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 whoa. When you go, and would you even turn to stay? I heard that, like, turn to stay. When you go, and would you even turn to say, I don't love you like I did yesterday. Well, come on, come on. When you go, would you have the guts to say, I don't love you like I loved you yesterday. I don't love you like I loved you yesterday. I don't love you like I loved you yesterday. How much can I play of a song on YouTube? I want to just hear the... Ah! Stop! No! I wasn't trying to... Okay, well, I did that much, I might as well go back and... Satisfying. That was what I was hearing. I wonder how relevant that all is, just that was the part I was hearing. On repeat, and not able to hear the rest of the song. Or even find the rest of the song until I... ... Okay, let's put these guys away. I feel like that secured that into place. Was this chaffinch? I forgot what this guy is, yeah. Might as well look up what a chaffinch is. I felt like that was something. What a chaffinch is. Also, maybe something about Sirius A, the brightest star, from the Earth's viewpoint. So maybe something about what is bright to you. Because there's something about, like, the perspective of brightness, not maybe true brightness. Like a reinterpretation. Yeah, because that's that feeling of the aesthetic. It was so nicely fitting before. But there's a feeling of, like, to you. Your personal lightest. Or your personal brightest. What makes you feel like you're shining the most? The brightest, maybe? But I feel like that last one, then I overcomplicated it. Okay. Chaffinch. Spiritual meaning. The chaffinch symbolizes joy, optimism, and the power of transformation. Didn't I say joy at the start? I don't like that I just said that. Why is that? There's a feeling here of, like, it doesn't matter, though. The chaffinch symbolizes joy, optimism, and the power of transformation. Because of its bright, persistent song and adaptability, encountering this bird is spiritually viewed as a message to embrace positivity, celebrate the present moment, and trust that brighter days are ahead. See, now that's so interesting because I was able to read that so fluidly. I wasn't using my mouse. And it was being able to read it, like, it's not in a normal way still. It was like the opposite of before. It was... instead of having to really focus to read the words, this was a feeling of like I'm not even there, like I'm like hardly even hearing it. But it wasn't even like hardly hearing it. It's not even like a dissociated feeling completely, mostly. It was just such ease. Oh, I still have that song in my head, but now it's satisfying because I have more of the other parts in my head too. Celebrating the present moment and positivity feel very applicable from the Sirius A, which feels so bright, so positive, and Earth feels so present. Joy and optimism, known for their cheerful and complex melodies. Industrious. I just want to listen to that song now. Put that down. Okay. I feel like it's like enough has been said now. Let's bring back the holly tree, and instead of pointing it, bringing it down. I'm gonna do some healing now. I want to say, like, I don't know how to describe this. It's just more like intentional healing, because I like the feeling of everything being healing, but it's just what kind. And that feels relevant here, like, what kind? Like, everything is love, so what kind of love? Yeah, okay, I'm gonna put these away because I've seen the colour purple very strongly then. It felt so very soothing, and I feel like that was more those cards to get the gist of the situation. And now I want more of like a space holding for you. More of like an integrating state. And grounding, because I feel like there's like such clarity, but that it's like the clarity brings an intensity that is hard to like remain grounded in, or hard to really process. I think with you, there's the empathy element to this is like more about the future, I think, like a fear of how your words will be taken, or how your desires, actions will be taken. Like, you don't want to hurt others. Like that song saying, oh, did I draw on this but then not cut it? Is that the right shape? Is that important? Like you've drawn the outline of something but you haven't cut it, and you're afraid of cutting because you don't want to hurt. You don't want to cause pain in others. I feel like for you, maybe something that would bring ease would be to question how you would want them or others to handle the situation from your perspective. Like if the roles were reversed, how would you want to be on the receiving end of the truth of the situation? This isn't purple. This is kind of purple. But it's not the kind of purple I was seeing. I was seeing more of like a dark, solid purple. I think I'll just stay here for a bit with you. Imagining yourself in a purple light could really feel healing. I know the green came out, so maybe green, but I just keep seeing purple for you, like a dark purple. feel like if I had singing bowls, I'd play them right now. Maybe some of you do, maybe you're wanting to. Or maybe you're unsure and that's the call too. Or just clarification of how you were feeling. Or none of the above. Did I say all of the above? Because that's a possibility too. Water time. Let's get another background now. Ah, my Mr. Friend helping us. I don't know if I like the word helping. In this case at least. Being here with us. Maybe I just don't like like an old idea I had of the word helping. Oldies station. Whoa. Oh yeah, that song talks about loss. Feels fitting here. I guess we'll have this side up. Oh, is this the normal? I think this is the normal upside, but I don't want that side. And look, it's too pink. With a striking black. Ow, the pain! Shall we read Oldie Station? Let's do it. It's purple! That's the colour I was seeing, but just not scratchety, blocky. Blocky rocky. I still do have that other song in my head though. Wait, how are things looking? Oh, that's so left. I thought this was more in the centre than it is. Ooh, I like the look of that. That's quite tasty. Heave ho, vilify fo. And I like water. taking off my coat for you. I don't know why. That sounds like bowing one's head. Taking, like, hats off, but coats off. My coat's off to you. It's kind of cold now, though. Do I put a hoodie on? I don't. Okay. Elephants could be significant. I named my 21 Pilots playlist insert emoji here because I was gonna put an emoji of an elephant there, but I was like, I created it on my laptop, I think, so I couldn't use emojis. Because most of my like playlists, which are just like one artist, but all the songs I like of theirs, and then I like to order them, like favorite at the top, I usually do an emoji for, but that 21 Pilots is just called insert emoji here because I never did I never did it. I liked it as it was. Okay, Oldie Station. Only consistency in your periphery is fear and the bridge of your nose, and as you move about, you learn to tune them out, but they say they continue to grow. Fear of the past and relative pain. Future's coming fast, you've got nothing in the tank. In a season of purging things you used to love, everything must go. Make an oath, then make mistakes. Start a streak you're bound to break. When darkness rolls on you, push on through, push on through. Then before you know, you lose some people close, forcing you to manage your pace. Found your capacity for love and tragedy, embracing how things always change. You've had your turns with relative pain, little less concerned when there's nothing in the tank. In seasons of lessons learned in giving up, you learn what you can and can't take. Add some years, build some trust. You start to feel your eyes adjust. When darkness rolls on you, push on through, push on through. You don't quite mind, you don't quite mind, you don't quite mind how long red lights are taking. Push on through. Your favorite song was on the oldies station. Push on through. You have it down, that old fight for survival. Push on through. You're in the crowd at her first dance recital. Push on through. Make an oath, then make mistakes. Start a streak you're bound to break. When darkness rolls on you, push on through. Such a good song. Stretch and click. See if another song wants to come on. I did all random from all, and it's from Beetlejuice, Dead Mom. Hey mom, dead mom, I need a little help here. I'm probably talking to myself here, but dead mom, I gotta ask, are you really in the ground? 'Cause I feel you all around me. Are you here, dead mom? Dead mom, dead mom, I'm tired of trying to iron out my creases. I'm a bunch of broken pieces. It was you who made me whole. Every day dad's staring at me like, hurry up and get happy, move along. Forget about your mom. 'Cause daddy's in denial, daddy doesn't want to feel. He wants me to smile and clap like a performing seal. Seal, not elephant. Ignored it for a while, but a seal is close to a walrus if you're from the pile the other day. And clap like a performing seal. Ignored it for a while, but daddy's lost his mind for real. You won't believe the mess that we've become. You're my home, my destination, and I'm your clone, your strange creation. You held my hand and life came easy. Now jokes don't land and no one sees me. Nothing seems to fit. Mama, is this it? Are you receiving? I want something to believe in or I'm done. Take me where my soul can run or I'll be in my bedroom. Wake me when I'm 21. Daddy's moving forward. Daddy didn't lose a mom. Mama, won't you send a sign? I'm running out of hope and time. A plague of mice, a lightning strike, drop a nuclear bomb. No more playing Daddy's game. I'll go insane if things don't change. Whatever it takes to make him say your name, dead mom. Another song came on, but I don't know that I'll be reading that one. Okay, I think that's all I'll do for songs. Um, 7 Days to Die could be significant. I'm just staring at it on my laptop. What's that called? Home screen? Home scream. Screaming home. I think I'm gonna end your reading. That was a reading. Why do I say things like that? I don't know. I love you, pal number 3. It's because it was better than a reading. It was more cozy than yeah, it's because it's like it's not needing to say loads of things, even though I did say things, but I feel like the heart connection and the space we shared together here was what was most valuable. Maybe not, but maybe that's relevant. You know what? I will keep this side up. At least for now. Okay, bye pal number 3. It feels weird to go on to pal number 4 now. Wait, I haven't had my hair up at all for these. For some reason I feel like I took it down for pal number 3. I didn't, but it feels like I did. And we can put that Serious A card back for the feather reading. And let me bin those scraps that we trimmed. Welcome in, pal 4. There could be something significant about mushrooms for you. Let's put yours in the ordinary place. Its ordinary place? So, whose emotions are you feeling? Something simple, something pretty obvious, I think. Okay, we've got Roger. Maybe someone... Back of the deck is Hikari. I heard the word strange. Someone strange? That's a weird description. I feel a bit out of place. I feel like you're very grounded. And I feel a sense of like, this is someone's emotions who feels very emotional, feels maybe like even chaotic, or they're always changing, like big up and downs, waves of emotions, but they have a groundedness to them. Ooh. Yeah, slug. Right whale and slug. This is someone who's very emotional, and it comes in waves, but they're quite, it's like deep emotions they feel, not necessarily like spiky ones, I'm wanting to say. Back of the deck is magpie. Whose emotions are these? It could be someone who is a bit of like a jack of all trades, or I don't know how to describe this. I'm not getting like a typical energy from Roger. So that could, they have an oddness to them for sure. This is Dullahan Shiona. And back of the deck, Phoenix Bird, and then Resonance. It's someone that I think that you might find it sometimes difficult to differentiate between yours and their emotions. That's whose this is. And it's theirs, it's not yours. Some of you, I'm getting an image of like, you're so similar, you could like put your head on their body, like swapping heads. Maybe that's significant. Swapping heads. I'm thinking of a TV show, not any that I've seen, but I don't know if there's like a specific scene. So there could be a specific scene you relate them to, or I'm seeing like a screen recording. Maybe you have like an inside joke that you share, or like a particular gif to do with a certain TV show, maybe American Dad, but I don't know, from something. There might be like there's like a such a like shared quality here. But the leaf you chose is broken in half. It's not really half, it's just broken. Or breaking. I'm just not really getting that emotion here. Ooh, snapped off. Something about snap could be significant. I'm thinking of the game Snap, and that's literally, again, like, two of a kind. Is that the word? Or is that the opposite of the word I'm trying to say? This is someone you know very well. This feeling of like you know them inside and out. And yet, maybe they're like somewhat of a stranger or an alien? Maybe just to others? I think you'll be able to apply that. And if you can't, then disregard that. That might be something to do with the situation. Like if you can't apply it, then disregard it. Maybe they have this, like maybe they're very different, so others disregard them because they don't know how to interact with them. Or maybe they are someone who... this could be someone's baby, I'm thinking of also. I feel like there could be something about their head that is significant. So we have Mermaid. You have such a love for them. Oh, this could be a different species to you. Oh, that might be... that might be strongly what the Roger was talking about. Like, he's an alien. Yew tree, yeah, that... And mermaid, they both make me think of... It's like, there's a resonance, a strong love here. But there's like a strong difference too. It doesn't have to be difference to you, but I think for a lot of you it's like different, they're very different to you, but it also could be that you're both very different to others, to like the collective of others that are surrounding you. There's like a stark contrast between you and those that you're surrounded by. This is the reading I want to most say, like there's such a shared feeling here. Yeah, there's a feeling of being cast out somehow though. Some of you might really need to think about who this is, which is interesting because I wouldn't expect that from this energy. Like the energy is so close, but this might not be the first person that came to mind. Or the first being that came to mind. I don't get what this is. I think it's like that of a different kind. It's like not fully here. There could be something about like, yeah, there's so much about like partial. Oh, this could be someone who like, I'm thinking like doesn't have an arm, for example, like they're missing a certain body part. Like they don't have legs. There's something so quirky about it. Or about them. I think quite specifically their type. It's like mermaids don't have legs, but they're kind of similar to a human. Duhanchion is also kind of similar to a human, but like the head is just off. Like holding the head, for example. Roger like pretends to be a human, but isn't. Right whale to me is a whale that it like, even though to me it's like the most normal feeling, it looks the weirdest or the most awkward. Something along those lines is what I'm saying here. It's like it's this of the species of whales, but they're just a bit awkward or weird. 100, interesting. I think there's a Roger episode, or like an episode of American Dad called The 100. That could be significant. Oh yeah, and then Utri is more of like a connection to other lands and altered perspective feeling. It's like I'm here, but I'm also not. Or it's like yes, but skewed yes. It's like the same baseline structure, but has grown differently from that. Lemuria. That's tripping me up a bit. I think I want to get a rune for that. And I'm feeling like it might have come in reverse. So let's green. Okay. Not important what position it's in. Maybe that's important here. It's not important what position it's in. Positions could be important. Maybe they don't care about their position. That could be something. Perthro. Some of them could be really good gamblers. I'm just getting from like Lemuria, which is kind of like a heaven on earth feeling, and then Perthro, which can speak to like a gamble or gambling. And I'm thinking of that in a very like mundane, ordinary way, gambling. Like as a hobby, and it's just like they're very good at it. They could have very good luck. Or it's the way in which they move about life. It just feels suited to them, and it works for them, but it's not the norm. Even this, I think there could be something particular about not having legs. That's important. No, but Duhanchiona has legs, probably. Actually, maybe there is something about not having legs. Or walking speed could be significant. Boats. Titans. A tigress. Digressing. Dyeing. Dyed hair. I feel like I have nothing more to say. I feel like that's who. Cuckoo. Yeah, that's who. Okay, that's what I'm gonna leave it at. It just feels... What is that wonky feeling? I'm wanting to know that first. I don't know how to word the energy I just got. It was a feeling of like, wow, that's so cool to It was like a cheeky feeling, like, oh, that was their emotion, was it? I do want to say there's so much love and compassion or acceptance through this, though. Like, it was cheeky, not like devilish. Devilish is cool energy too, though, but it doesn't feel like that's here. There's just such a love here. That's what I'm going to end it on. It's a simple, that doesn't feel like there's conflict here, and if there is, then there's not. That's what I'm going to say. Take that lightly, or take that as you want to take it, I guess. Okay, bye bye, file number 4. See you in another if I do. Bye.